friends, welcome back to another episode here with Life with Rob and Ann. And guess what? This is big time life. Working on the car today. Yes, every day, you get in your car. If you know your car, you start smelling something or hearing something, it needs to be worked on. Well, I've been smelling something, and the hubby is awesome with cars. As you see behind me, he's already starting to work on it. I've got a leak. We first thought it was a really bad oil leak, but basically from what I'm understanding, from what he's telling me, and he's gonna have to correct me, I actually have a leak more in my antifreeze, and it's dripping down, and where it drips down where you would have an oil leak. So sometimes it can be a little confusing, especially for someone who doesn't work on cars. He was able to jump on it and diagnose it right off the bat. Of course, then I've got to keep switching over here because I'm getting in his way. But basically, I have a PT Cruiser, and this is my husband, Doug. You want to tell them a little bit what you're replacing, what part you found has failed?
Well, if you want to see this, we're going to test where it's leaking. It's obviously got an antifreeze leak, and we're going to find out where it is. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take this lid off of here, this cap.
Make sure you do this while the engine's cold, guys.
Yeah.
He is a professional, but this is not a professional job. We're doing this at home. So you can follow what he does, but make sure that you're working on a cold engine. You don't want that bad boy to explode in your face, and if it's hot, it will, correct?
Well, exactly. So what we're going to do is just put a little pressure on here and find out where it's leaking, because we're going to replicate having pressure inside the engine with a cold engine instead of a hot engine. That's what this is for. So we're going to put some pressure on this and see what happens. You hear it? Listen.
It's bumping it up. Now listen.
All right.
Oh yeah, you can hear that hiss big time.
Can you see down in here? Put this light like this, maybe. And you can look down in here.
Hold on just a second. Okay, now, okay.
Right down here.
Trying to get you all a good shot here of the light. There we go.
See if we can get this on the camera. Watch. You can still see it leaking a little bit. See it? Bubbling out of there.
Yep.
So it's leaking at the bottom of that.
There?
It's leaking at the bottom of that neck, which is where the thermostat is too. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those bolts off, and we're going to take that piece off there and replace it in the gasket, seal it. And in order to do that, we have to go back through here and take off all this.
All this stuff needs to come off.
Flip that out of the way.
Whoa.
Whoops.
Blinded by the light. Yeah, that's one.
We got to get to it.
That's one thing about this PT Cruiser engine. They shoved a lot in a little space.
Yeah, they did.
Unlatching this in the back.
Well, there's a bolt. Just those bolts up here to
right.
Get this up off of here, and then we just can flip it up. We don't have to disconnect all this stuff. Just have to get it out of the way so we can get to the top radiator hose and take this bolt out of here. And we should be able to flip this up out of the way. Like
See?
That.
Right off and down. Look, we got
hose.
everything underneath.
And there's this, the radiator fluid, which is in here, is so low right now that I don't think I'm even going to have to drain any of it.
Oh, wow. There's nothing.
It's real, there's nothing in it. So with that bad of a leak, though, it doesn't surprise me. So let me get something to hold that out of the way.
Moving our hose.
Yep. We're going to see if we can pull this off of here. Like that. And then we're going to take off these two bolts down here.
That's engineering right there, buddy.
Overflow. This actually goes all the way around. It goes into here.
What, wraps up underneath there? Okay.
Just down and around. This is hose here.
Oh, okay.
Same hose.
Oh, I don't know anything about this.
I'm
learning.
Yeah.
Not that I'm probably ever going to do this, but it is kind of nice to watch, and it's extremely
We'll see.
awesome.
You're allowed to do whenever you want.
See?
I don't want this to go flying, so I'm going to tighten a little bit. Okay, now let's see if we can just take this. Get this neck off of here. Uh-oh. That does not feel good.
That's a professional there.
That one feels a little better. I hope that other one comes out. If it breaks off, that's just not happy at all. Let's see what happens. Get this one out. Let's see what happens. I don't like this.
Come on, baby. I'm working a stuck bolt.
I don't like that. It don't feel good at all.
Bad bolt.
Probably not, but we'll see. Yeah, it's almost loose, you know, the whole housing, and you can hardly back off the bolt at all. It's just deteriorated, I guess. Let's see how to work that in.
No movement?
It's moving, but I know how it feels, you know, because it'll go a certain way and then bam, it'll break off. You don't want it to break off. I hope it doesn't. It might. A little patience, hopefully, in the day, you know. We'll see.
6 months later. One eternity later.
Feels easier, you know. See, here's where it was leaking, right there. It just looks terrible. I'm gonna pull the thermostat out. I'm gonna try to clean this up a little bit down here. See?
That's where the thermostat.
That's the thermostat, and it's got all kind of goo in it.
Yeah, I noticed.
Stuff in it.
What is all that?
This is a newer thermostat. It's just goo. It's like crystallized old antifreeze, I guess I'm calling it.
Huh.
What we have to do is look at these gaskets. The difference in the, they call it crush.
Oh, hold on.
See how thick it is compared to how thin that is.
Mm-hmm. Gaskets.
Yep. So.
Change it, just it comes off, just pull it off.
Yeah, but it's got a little place inside of it that, well, it doesn't look the same. Maybe it's not the same.
It's much thinner.
Let's see. Yeah, it's got a slot in it. See it? It's way down on the other end. This one looks like it's in the middle. It is. This is a redesigned gasket, I assume now.
Huh.
Maybe. I still have to blow this off right here, so.
Blowing it out. Clean it up. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Remember, everybody, patience is a virtue, because that bolt he's working right now could have easily broke off, but he took his time and some lubricant and was able to get that bad boy come right out there. So that's one thing about cars. I've never been able to work on cars. No patience. Any of you out there got any patience? But again, just kind of reiterate, we're working on a 2005 PT Cruiser. Love my car. Hopefully this will stop the leak.
We'll find out. This back on. Same thing on this one. When you put it back on, you got to make sure that they're back in the same place they were.
Loosen it up and moving that back down. Okay. Right back in the spot she was in before.
Oh, that isn't it.
Nope, it's over. And a little bit more. There it is.
There. And that way it won't leak, or shouldn't. There's a better chance that it won't.
Right.
Let's put it
Gotcha. If you're not replacing it.
Okay,
Okay, now we're gonna.
Let's see.
Yep. Put that pressure. Okay, let me get down in there to move to this.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what we got.
See, it's holding on the gauge. See it? It's not dropping off.
The gauge.
See, it's holding.
Yep, holding. And I hear nothing, and there's nothing around the seal. I'm trying to
Yep, it's not
get in
leaking.
there.
Quit leaking.
Oh,
Yay.
yay!
So you gotta take this off real slow
Take it off.
so it doesn't.
Pop. Yeah, I hear it. Shh. All right. Cool.
This back on.
Okay, so we basically replaced that whole neck and
It's
the
the same as replacing the thermostat, basically.
thermostat. Okay.
But I put the neck on because they are notorious for having issues. I think this is not the original one to begin with, so it's not a very expensive part. Well, it's like while you're in there and you know they go bad, why not replace it?
There you go.
So I replaced it. That's simple.
Yeah. While you're in there, because again, look at
If
everything's
it's cheap
pretty
enough.
much in here, and it wasn't that. Yeah,
Why
it
not?
was an easy one for us. So
Okay. The rest of it's just putting this back together, and that's it. Putting some antifreeze, and we're good to go. The problem is repaired. And
see, it's as easy as that. Okay, guys, that was basically it. It was a pretty simple fix, which I am very thankful for. I'm very thankful for my husband to be able to do that. We just wanted to share it with you because it's part of life. You know, let me know down in the comments, do you have little things that have to get done? You know what I mean? So hopefully you'll have as much luck as we did by fixing it and it's repaired. So we just wanted to share it with you. Thanks so much for joining us in this little venture. So as I'm always telling you, love yourself, love someone else. He wants to say bye, which I'm glad. So God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye.